Alright, welcome everybody. I am Aesop Grimm, and this is our XCOM Enemy Within Chronicle. We are doing this for backstory purposes in order to get prepared for an XCOM 2 Chronicle. Okay, as you can see from the graphics here, it's a dated game. I think this game was made back in 2012. So it's older looking graphically. But you know what? I've always thought it was a testament to a game when its fun factor can outstrip its graphical viability. And that's the case with this game. The game mechanics, the concept, the story, and the voice acting are all top-notch. The game really is just full-on fun. If this thing is up your alley, it's just almost addicting. It's just a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun. It doesn't feel repetitive to me. It's really cool. So hopefully you guys enjoy this playthrough. Now, in the interest of trying to improve the graphics a little bit, I did download a sweet effects setting. There are not very many mods for this game. It's not like Skyrim where you can really overhaul the graphics and bring them up to pretty close to modern standards. It's not like that. There's just not much available. But I do have my OBS software set up to record third-party overlays like what Sweet Effects does. So we're going to test it right now. Sweet Effects is on currently. Now I'm going to hit the scroll lock button now. Sweet Effects is off. Sweet Effects is on. You should see more contrast and the lights, the glows stand out a little bit more in my opinion without so much of a halo effect. Sweet Effects off. One more time. On, off, and then on. If you did not see the screen change in a noticeable way, then it didn't record the Sweet Effects. If you were able to see an obvious difference in what the in the contrast level and stuff of the screen, a noticeable change, then it went ahead and recorded it correctly. Okay, let's get started. We're going to take single player. Since I'm just doing kind of a story mode on this, we're going to go with normal difficulty. Easy is too easy for me. I do still want to have fun, but classic tears me apart. I'm not that good of a player yet. Not something I want to do in a recorded atmosphere, I guess. Advanced options. I want to take Operation Progeny and Operation Slingshot. These are DLC. In the course of defending Earth against the alien invasion, undertake a campaign to rescue an alien abductee who is more than she seems. Operation Slingshot. During the campaign, make contact with a mysterious triad operative and gain access to a device that could yield a decisive advantage against the invaders. I'm also going to take Reduced Beginner Voiceover. This is helps kind of reduce some of the spam that the NPCs want to give you that's designed for new players. For second wave options, which become available to you when you beat the game, I want to take Not Created Equally. Rookies will have random starting stats. Hidden Potential. Their stats will increase randomly. This might help. I'll go ahead and take it. It'll help simulate some people having higher aptitudes, natural aptitudes to pick up the training better. Save scum. Loading a save game will reset the random number seed, so taking an identical action may yield different results. And I thought real seriously of taking Red Fog, but I don't think so. I think this is enough changes for a casual playthrough. Okay, so I would also consider taking this one, but again, casual playthrough. In XCOM 2, we may do some more stuff, but this will be good for right now. So we'll click back, we'll hit Start Game, and we'll let this cinematic play.
light of the recent extraterrestrial incursion, this Council of Nations has convened to approve the activation of the XCOM project. You have been chosen to lead this initiative, to oversee our first and last line of defense. Your efforts will have considerable influence on this planet's future. We urge you to keep that in mind as you proceed. Good luck, Commander.
I think that's an excellent opening cinematic. It really kind of tells you what's going on, and what your role is within that. So we have a lot of options here. I'm going to take Asia. I guess this episode might be a little bit longer than normal. I usually aim for 30 minutes, but there's some explanation that needs to be given. Asia I'm going to take because these are pretty nice to have early game, and they continue being good up to the mid game. So that's a good continent bonus. Secondly, whichever continent you take, it allows you to not have to put satellites up in the other countries of that continent. Where all the other continents, you have to get satellites over all of their countries in order to get their bonus. Okay, with this one, you will always have that bonus, cradle to grave. And with Asia, because it's a 4-country continent, or 4-region, I guess. Well, it is nations, 4 nations. It allows you, since you're not putting satellites over those other 3 nations, it gives you these 3 nations on your continent that you can leave uncovered with satellites for farming what's called abduction missions, which is a good source of a lot of resources, and still maintaining the continent bonus. So that's kind of an important number. Only Asia and Europe give you that option to have 3 nations with no satellites over them, so that you can continue farming them for abduction missions. Because once you have satellites over every single nation in the game, there are no more alien abductions. So you can't farm those missions anymore. Asia allows you to do that. With the post that I read, the guy also pointed out that the reason you take Asia over Europe is not only because its continent bonus is useful in both early game and mid game, but because individually the European nations grant more money. So you actually want to put satellites over those nations more than you would over the Asian nations. So that's another reason to take Asia, and with it being 4 nations, that's 4 nations I don't have to worry about getting satellite coverage over if I were to go elsewhere, right? If I left Asia, I would have to get satellites over all 4 nations. In this one, we can leave 3 of them open for alien abduction missions, and we get 1 free satellite over one of those nations where our headquarters is at automatically. So that's why I'm going to take Asia. We'll hit confirm. And
Australia has sent a number of requests for assistance, so that's our next drop site. We've picked up a local broadcast indicating alien activity within a major metropolitan area. We should get down there and eliminate any hostiles.
We have an early mission to do, an initial mission here. So we know what's going on, we know the problem, the obstacle, alien invasion, hostile, and we know what our role is within that, what our mission is, and now we're going to find out what the tactical combat is like. And it's important to keep in mind, we'll let them get through their speech here.
Strike 1, this is Central. You are free to engage all hostile contacts in the AO. Don't take any chances.
It's important to keep in mind that we are kind of outmanned, outgunned initially. you are not on equal footing with your enemy. The early going is hard. That's part of what this game's about. It's about learning alien technology so you can even the odds. Okay, so we're gonna put Sokolova right here. There's our first meld. Okay. I'm gonna set Yuri up right here. I don't trust this. And Sophie Green, I will bring up here to take a peek.
Got something over here.
Yep. Okay, so we have 2 sectoids on the board. And Shen, I'm just going to bring to right here.
Heading to that location.
He can provide some more overwatch. And both of them missed.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's not good. Somebody's gonna... They could pay the price here. Okay, it's a good thing that she was behind full cover, which is what the full shield means when it's completely filled in. Uh-oh.
No, what's happening?
Panicked.
No, this isn't right.
See, he was in half cover. She panicked. Okay, he did not panic. Let's get him to right here. 40% chance. 40% chance. I want to take this one. Great shot. Okay, now she gets her chance. Oh, she's in half cover now because they blew away the cover here. So I'm going to just rotate her around to right here, because that shield right there is indicating she would have full cover.
On my way.
And she missed.
Missed the target.
I hope it was indicating she would have full cover rather than no cover. Aliens are all making their moves. Aliens all over the board. Move up. Alright.
Двигаюсь к точке.
Nice.
Кто-то есть.
Okay. He's gonna be going into here now.
Stepping off.
Heading to that location. Eyes on the prize.
So we have a guy here, we have a guy there. Okay, he retreated back. They're mind melding. They both get significant bonuses from that.
They're moving around.
Oh, wow. That was a good move. I didn't know that he had been able to move that far.
Отлично.
If you can kill the one that initiated the mind meld, then you kill them both.
Готовность номер 1.
Alright, where can I put you? Here's full cover.
Поправка на ветер.
I'm on the move.
Oh my goodness, that might cost her life.
Adjusting aim.
You cannot miss when you're that close.
That's affirmative.
You just can't. He saved your life. Okay. Let's move Sokolova up. This is what you call a rush. Sometimes I'll refer to it as a blitz. That's just my word. I think the actual game term is rush. Let's get to here. And will a frag do anything here? Can I get it far enough out? I might be able to blow up some of his cover. Oh, I might be able to hit him too. I think he was colored red as well. He earned
Good
a
work out there,
promotion.
Strike One.
If I may, Commander, the labs are on high alert. Teams are standing by for your orders. We can begin researching the newly recovered artifacts immediately.
There we go. We got excellence across the board. It was a pretty good mission. We did get some wounded. 2 wounded.
Commander to the research labs. Commander to the research
We'll have some
labs.
dialogue to get through here.
Welcome to XCOM HQ, Commander. I'm Central Officer Bradford. My role in this project is twofold: providing tactical support for our field operations, and keeping you briefed on the current situation. My efforts should allow you to focus on the bigger issues at hand. Speaking of which, we have a soldier waiting for a promotion in the barracks. I'll let you get to it.
Thank you, CO. Okay, so we gained 2 promotions here. Yuri Vorobyov.
Commander to the research
I'm going to
labs.
butcher these
Commander
names.
To the research
He
labs.
had 3 kills. She's going to spam us, by the way, so kind of get used to that. He had 3 kills, and he promoted to support. So he gained smoke grenade. Deploy a smoke grenade once per mission. The smoke confers plus 20 defense to all units, not just allies, and lasts through the enemy turn. I honestly,
Commander
every
to
time
the
I've used
research
smoke,
labs. Commander to the research labs.
it hasn't had an effect. It's like it has the opposite effect. My troops get shot whenever I pop smoke on top of us. So, you know, I don't have a lot of faith in that ability. And then we have an assault troop with Shen, who had, I didn't see how many kills he had, but he gets run and gun. Very useful ability. Allows firing or overwatch after dashing. Dashing is that's what I call blitzing sometimes,
to the research labs. Commander to the research labs.
or rushing. Dashing is the term. On the turn that run and gun is activated, so you can dash all the way up, which would normally take all of your action points, and you'll have 1 action point left to spend on overwatch or firing. He had 1 kill. Alright. He's wounded for 13 days.
The recovered artifacts are being unloaded, and the research team is waiting your orders. We'll get started as soon as you give the order, Commander.
Alright, let's go meet
Commander to
Dr.
the research
Valen.
labs. Commander to the research labs.
Hello, Commander. My name is Dr. Valen. I oversee the research labs. This is where all of XCOM's research and development takes place. We have already begun analyzing the artifacts recovered from our first encounter with the aliens. Based on our preliminary findings, we believe we can use them to develop some new equipment for our soldiers. With your approval, we will begin research immediately.
Alright. Start new research project. Most of the time I take xenobiology, but I think I'm going to try and hold off on that until I have South America, because then your research, what do they call it? Your dissections on the table become instant. You're not waiting for days for that to happen. They're instant. So instead I'm going to take weapon fragments, because that will give me access to scopes, which our troops this early in the game, they need all the accuracy they can get.
I agree. That does seem to be the most pressing of our current research options. We'll begin immediately. I will notify you when a complete report is available.
Alright, let's take a look at engineering and meet Dr. Shen.
Ah, Commander. I was wondering when you'd be stopping by. Welcome to engineering. Anything they can dream up in the research labs, we can build it here. Speaking of which, Dr. Valen has just sent us some new schematics. With your approval, we will begin fabrication.
Okay. Now there's a few things that we have to accomplish here. Right now I just want to get these yellow exclamation marks off. We'll take a look at that thing that I just showed here in a minute. That's very important. And it's random as to whether or not we got something good or not.
Commander to mission control. Commander to mission control.
Okay, we're going to click back. That's just to get her to stop spamming us. Okay, we're going to go to barracks. And we need to look at our roster. So, view soldiers. I do kind of a color coordinated thing for my classes. And I also change their headgear based on their rank. Kind of gives me a visual cue as to how much they've advanced in their training. So we'll go to customize. He's a support troop. And he's a squatty, so no headgear. And then we have an assault troop here. We'll give him 5. I think that mustache looks terrible. So we'll give him that. No, wait, that's the same mustache. He's Chinese. Whoops, not hair. Facial hair. I don't know, clean shaven seems pretty likely to me as well. A lot of, that seems to be a pretty popular trend with many Asian people. That's probably stereotypical for me to say. I don't mean it to be, but I mean, it's believable. You know, he looks correct to me. All right. We could have given him a goatee or something, but anywho, there were a lot of options there. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at the rest of the soldiers. So what do we have here? 37 willpower, 62 aim, 41 willpower and 65 aim, 4175. Those are the kinds of things I'm looking for. So we want to get her on a squad pretty early. That's a good willpower score too, but aim is what I'm focusing on. Nakano is highlighted. 4760, 4170. Yang is highlighted. 3955, 3170. We have several rookies that are pretty highly rated. Robertson is highlighted. Oh, so is Claire Thomas. Okay, so 75 is what's really special with this group. But we have some good rookies. 5160. 5360. 2975. He's really good. Sophie Green is 3165. Okay, so really Nakano. And then we have a bunch of 70s, which is nice to have. Okay, looking at engineering. I need a med kit. Manufacture. And then this right here, it's totally randomly generated. We're going to hope that we got a good setup, but we're going to work with whatever we got. We did not get a good setup. It's ish. So the way that this works, you get adjacency bonuses for a lot of things. Not everything. Like this does not get, this is a unique. It doesn't get an adjacency bonus, but this will. We'll use this as an example. If I build satellite uplinks right here in a row, 4 of them, they will give adjacency bonuses. I think these 2 would get adjacency bonuses from 2 vectors. This one from here and here, this one from here and here. But this will only get it from 1, and this will only get it from 1. So it's better to build in a rectangle. That way this one gets it from here and here, this one gets it from here and here, this one gets it from here and here, and this one gets it from here and here. All 4 are getting double adjacency bonuses. Okay, that'll make more sense when you actually see it graphically portrayed. You'll see the little arrows connecting them, and we'll get extra satellites for that. Well, same thing with power. Number 1, if you build on Steam, you get more power than if you build here. And power generators get adjacency bonuses, so you want to build in a rectangle. So unfortunately, we have to kind of make a choice. Do we want to build here, or do we want to build here? It would have been really nice if we had 2 steam vents right next to each other. But that's not how it turned out, and that's okay. But what we already know is we're definitely going to have to build downwards. And I think I'm going to put power on this side. And here's the reason. When it comes to satellites, I believe 16 satellites is how many you need to cover the whole world. And one of the ways that you can do that is you get 2 from here, you build another one right here, and you get 2 from that. That's 4. And then they get an adjacency bonus bringing you to 5. Then you build what's called a satellite nexus. They provide 4 by themselves. So you build 2 of those. That's 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, adjacency 13, adjacency 14, adjacency 15, adjacency 16. And that's how that works out mathematically. That's if you use satellite nexus right here. And so in 4 squares, you would have all 16 satellites. But it takes a while before you can get satellite nexus technology. And if you wait for that, there's a chance that by that point in time, you cannot get everything built with all the power that you need and the amount of engineers that it's going to take. And build your satellites and get them all launched before you start losing countries to panic. So my guess, and what I'm going to try and do on this one, is I'm going to kind of ignore satellite nexus, and I'm going to build uplinks. So it would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, you know, or maybe I'll put a nexus right here for 4, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm also not going to need 16. I think I'm going to need 13 satellites because I do plan on farming, leaving 3 countries open for farming those abduction missions. So that's our kind of our plan. I'm going to do satellite uplinks here, and I'll kind of cross the bridge whenever I get to it as to how much more I build. I'm going to build power here. I will probably put workshops here. I would hope to put laboratories here if I don't need another satellite building. But if I do, I may be able to stick that off somewhere else by itself. You know, I don't know how it's going to play out yet. We'll see it as it develops. Right here is going to be unique items. and then we'll have some overflow. Okay, so I hope you followed all that. Workshops, which gives us engineers, satellite uplinks, laboratories, power, unique buildings, and what I call overflow. That's the plan. Okay. We've got 5 engineers currently. I built the med kit. I think if I read right, if we wait for our first abduction mission and complete that successfully, then satellites become 31 credits cheaper each. And right now money is a real issue. So I'm going to hold off, but they take like 20 days to make. Oh, that's right. Build facilities. I need to excavate here. And I got to start building access. So already, like, we're kind of getting low on money, but it's needed. We need the workshop for the engineers so that we can build another satellite uplink facility, because we'll need 10 engineers, and right now we have 5. And then we're going to, relatively quickly after that, we need more power in order to build more satellite uplink facilities. So we'll need access to these areas, and we'll have to plant them. We have to excavate here and excavate here. You know, so early, yeah, we've got a lot of money that we're going to be spending. Let's come up here and start scanning for activity.
Operational.
Alright, coming back to here. I think build another... Oh man, I don't know if I can or not. Each one takes 2. How much does this take? 5 power. I have 10 left, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I would not have enough. Well, yes I would, to put down a power generator. Okay, we would barely make it. Plus I don't have to go here. I could go here and build right there. Or I could build here and put the laboratories over here. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Workshops and labs here. Power right here. It's decided. Begin construction. And back. Mission control. And scan for activity. Okay, we have abductions.
We picked up multiple requests for assistance. Abductions in progress are marked on the hologlobe.
We absolutely have to have the engineers, so it doesn't even matter what the panic level or difficulty level or what the reward is. We need these engineers. So that's going to take us to France, Lille. And this is our team. You are our medic. And there's our timer, which is more of like a guideline than a rule. And okay, there's Nakano. You are a 65. Let me clear you out. And bring Yang, who is a 70. Okay, and then Gamede, you're a 60, so we're not going to bring you either. We're going to bring Carlson. No. Robertson. Yeah. Okay, launch mission. their willpower and their accuracy, their aim will improve as they rank up.
Touching down.
But having high aim is something that is nice to have, no matter what rank they are. Okay, let's begin assault. I almost hit return to base.
Alien activity continues to surge within several major cities. Our response is crucial to minimizing the spread of panic.
Okay, so we're going to neutralize all hostile targets and locate and secure any meld canisters that we find.
Central, this is Big Sky. Strike team is touching down now. Standing by for your orders.
Roger, Big Sky. Reading you 5 by 5. Strike 1 has the green light for deployment.
Alright, let's save it. There it goes. Alright, and that's a wrap, guys. Again, I am Aesop Grimm. I thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for taking a peek. And I'll see you all in the next episode where the story continues. Thanks for visiting Aesop Grimm's Chronicles. If you've made it this far in the video, please consider rating, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. I hope to see you in the next episode, and until then, stay shiny.